What's going on, guys? It's Mike for SimRacing604 and welcome back to Automobilista 2. And AMS2 has just received its biggest update so far. Reza has updated the game to version 1.0.4.0. It's a lot to take in, but just know it's a pretty significant update. In fact, the most significant so far in development of AMS2. It's highlighted by a few things, most notably a lot of new content and some improvements to head movement, so that's your view from the cockpit. So in terms of that content, and that's probably what people are most excited about, we do not have the GT3s and GT4s yet, I'll tell you that right now. I know a lot of people are eagerly awaiting the release of the GT cars as well as the Nordschleife track. They're not there yet, they're not ready to release that yet. If I knew anything, I would tell you guys, but I know nothing. So hopefully later this year we will get to see that. But for now, what's been added, the 1960s touring car series, which includes the Lotus 23 and the Mini Cooper S from 1965. Those are both cool additions. Front-wheel drive, not a lot of front-wheel drive cars in this title to my knowledge, so very cool to see those added. As well as the BMW M1 Procar series. I love the BMW M1 Procar. We have had it in Race Room for a very long time. It's an excellent car, great sounding car, and really exciting. This is the most powerful, I believe, of this update, and this thing just absolutely flies. Certainly a tendency to understeer, but still just a really nicely done car and a cool addition to AMS2. And then probably what's going to steal the most headlines is the German Group A series. This is featuring a classic DTM car, the Mercedes 190E, as well as the BMW M3 E30. So these cars couple nicely in this German Group A class and make for a really exciting drive. The cars are loud and fast, not quite as fast as the M1 Procar from what I've seen, but still very exciting. These are great cars. If you're not a fan of classic DTM, my advice is to go do some Googling and some YouTube searches on, let's say, 1992 DTM. Very exciting race class, and very excited to see it added to AMS2. And we also have the Mini JCW UK series. This is a very cool car to add to AMS2, and the reason I say that is because it's right in the sweet spot, I believe, for this title. The sort of power to weight ratio just makes for an excellent drive, and it's probably where AMS2 is at its best. I love this sort of power to weight ratio, and this performance level in AMS2 just makes for great driving. Also, we have a couple new kart tracks, and I'm probably going to butcher this name, the Buskerud kart track. It's a very hilly, very windy, many turns, really cool track, as well as the Speedland Kart track. The Speedland Kart track is the one I'm most excited about. It feels like you've just kind of gone to your local kart rental shop and just picked up a rental for the day or for an hour or whatever it is, and just running around with your friends. It's a really cool track, and I don't know why we haven't seen this in other titles. It's just a really neat feeling, and it's like sim racing, but it's simulating the sort of lowest, most basic entry level to racing, and I love it. I think Speedland is a great addition to this title. As well, we have got one more layout to Hockenheim, which is the 1988 short layout, and I'll put the full changelog in the description below. But we have a few other significant updates, most notably the borderless window mode, which has helped me immensely because previously I couldn't record for this reason or that, but just a very exciting addition for me anyway, getting that borderless window mode. And then we also have the cockpit cameras or the helmet camera adjustments. So there is updates to the head movement, but I might do a separate video on it actually. But you can change how you look out of the cockpit, so it's neither static nor too sort of overexcited in terms of looking to the apex or anything like that. There's sliders you can use to just sort of adjust how you see out of the cockpit, and very nicely done from Reza. So again, full changelog is in the description. What I'm going to do here is just take some of my favorite cars out for drives. It's available both in the beta version and the full version. Check it out now. Automobilista 2 version 1.0.4.0. Very exciting stuff. Enjoy these drives. Alright, so here we are on board the Mini here at Ibarra, right at sunset. We got no headlights in these cars, so hopefully it doesn't get too dark too fast. little bit of rough stuff happening in front of me there. Beautiful, beautiful looking game. And yeah, really nice cars. Handling is tremendous. I've said before that I think the P3 cars is right about the Prototype 3, that is right about the sweet spot for Automobilista 2. In terms of sort of the ideal power to work with based on the physics engine. Something like Assetto Corsa is much, much higher. Assetto Corsa gets fun with the, 600 plus horsepower cars. But AMS2 to me is right in its zone, right around 300 to 400 horsepower, maybe a bit less, as in the case of these cars. But this sort of performance level is, I think, right in the sweet spot, and I have a great time. Oh, that 99 car took that one aggressive. I didn't think he'd get around me on the outside there. Didn't lift a bit. Ah, these are so nice. Kind of getting my butt handed to me on pace here, but that's okay. Might be able to sneak a position here. Very nice. Well done, Riza. This is exactly the cars we should have in this title. Whoops. And apparently I'm not the driver to demo those cars. But regardless, absolutely tremendous. I just got done doing a top 5 cars in AMS2. This one would have probably made the list had I had access to it. I really think these are great cars. And again, same spot, not quite. Yeah, the physics under braking, probably the best in the game so far. Car just reacts perfectly. Got the left front tire overheating. Definitely need to rock a setup if I ever want to push this car hard. Might be able to get up into 6th position here. Just in time to finish the race. Very cool, very nice. Alright, let's go one more race and then we'll wrap the video up. Alright guys, so here we are on board the Mercedes 190 DTM. This is part of the new German Group A class. A little bit of rain here, nothing too severe. We're at Donington Park, by the way. I just heard some chaos behind me, not sure if I was the one that caused that or not. Really neat sounds here on board the Mercedes. Haven't spent a lot of time in the BMW, but there is a BMW to go along with this German Group A class. Starting to get a little bit slippery on the track. And for some reason, I guess it's because we sit higher in these cars, it always feels like the other cars on the track are smaller. I don't know why that is. So we're scheduled for 3 laps here. It looks like I'm cutting through the field pretty quickly, so I don't know if it will last all 3 laps. We'll see. Really nicely done cars. I took the complete wrong line here. I'm gonna back off and give that BMW some space. Whoa. Just selected light rain here, not full on rain. That's the reason it's taking its time building up on the track. See if I can finally get by this guy. Yeah, overall very nicely done. Very nice update here for AMS2. Obviously, everyone's most anticipating the GT3 and GT4 cars. And those will come in time, I'm sure. I think having so much BMW and Mercedes presence now will certainly set the sort of tone for adding the big name GT classes. And I think we won't have to wait too long for that. I'm thinking it's going to be probably October. Purely speculation on my part. I haven't heard anything official. And right around that time we should have, well, at some point we'll get Nordschleife, quite possibly closer to Christmas. It would be quite in October though if we got GT3 and Nordschleife here in AMS2. I'm not holding my breath for that all to happen at one time. I imagine each of those endeavors is a full-time commitment for the Reza team for quite a while, so we'll see how things go. I did not handle that turn well. Alright, so we'll finish things off here, and that'll wrap up the video. But I said this in the last video as well, if you're the person who walked away from AMS2 and wanted to wait until the development was further along, certainly worth giving it a try. I think these DTM cars, and most especially the JCW Mini are really well done cars. We also have the BMW M1 Procar, which is the powerhouse, and then the classic touring cars as well. So some cool new additions. So yeah, could be a good time to jump back in, give things another try. Alright, it just got eerily quiet on this racetrack. Alright, that will do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy this replay, and we will see you next time.